It's Joanne Blackerby with Spirit Fitness in Austin, and today we're going to break down a simple movement on the TRX, which is the standing chest press. A lot of times we get to work with an exercise and you may already know the chest press, but the reality is that have you exhausted or really explored every facet of the movement? So I'm working with my TRX. You may have one at home. It can be anchored to a system or a bar like we have, or it can be adjusted to hang over a door with a door adjustment strap. I'm going to go ahead and check my anchor on the system by pulling down firmly before I use buckles to adjust the system to a height that I want. Remember, at any time performing the exercise, it's really just about maintaining a sense of integrity and control in the system and not having it saw back and forth. So the standing chest press, the TRX is a great system. As I come into it, I'm facing away from the machine, my hands out nice and wide. It really does work for any level. For a beginner or novice just starting, you may start just lowering the body in and pressing it away, maintaining that tension of the system. So over the next couple minutes, we're going to break down how you take this simple movement and add challenge and intensity to it all the time, moving within a natural range of motion of the body. Now, one of the things I always hear is that the system is sawing or rubbing on you. If the system is sawing or rubbing on you, that simply means that your arms aren't high enough. So a point that I like to use is to place my arms out to a position in which the thumbs are just to the corner of my peripheral vision of my eyes, right? Inhaling and exhaling, we're going to do 5 right here just to stand, dropping and pushing. If you watch the alignment on the back, a cue you'll often hear me say is take the hips with you. And this is something that will be learned over time. There's no sagging in the back. I have control on the system. The movement is nice and smooth, and nice and smooth. If you're a beginner, you may watch or see that you default to more of a hip hinge and a press, and a hip hinge and a press, and that's okay. Over time, you're going to learn to maintain the integrity of the core, bracing through the midsection as you push back and forth. So let's say this is a standing basic position. On the TRX, it's very simple to add intensity or change the level of the workout or performance simply by moving your body. So instead of staying just here, I'm going to go ahead and offset my feet. With the offset of the feet, I add a different variation to the exercise, making it a little bit more difficult. Again, bringing them back together, and you'll see what I'm doing is actually walking backwards, exploring the depth of the TRX and of my strength and movement. And I'll walk back again. And again, and then 1 foot forward coming up. So let's just take a break right there. So just exploring, I want you to know that there's a way to work with the TRX, maintaining intensity and challenge by moving the feet. Many of us get into a position on any type of machinery and continue to do the same thing over and over, the standard press. If you have the standard press, begin to explore the depth of your press in terms of your body's angle to the ground. So that's one level there. Taking it back even further makes it a little bit more difficult. As I progress backward, I'm going to allow those feet to walk with me before moving to that final position, which I'm lowering and pressing up and coming out. Great. So what we've learned so far is that the TRX chest press can move. There's no wrong exercise. There are variations for every exercise, and exercises are simply movements that performed well. Some can be performed incorrectly. So if I'm an average day and I've got my TRX out at home, what I'm going to want to do is really work at a level that's providing challenge. If I'm working for endurance, I can sure go ahead and repeat my desired number of reps in one position. If I'm looking to work a bit harder and add challenge, I'm going to begin to dip down. Core braced, and my weight is still in my upper body and maintained through the core, and coming down. So I'm looking for that depth, I'm looking for that, but I'm not quite ready for it, which is why 1 foot stays forward. When I'm ready, I can hold, I might even start in a plank hold and then drop and push up, walking out of it. Get the idea? It's a simple movement and it's often performed on the TRX. However, it's very rare that we push ourselves to explore all the variations and all the ways in which that can be maintained. So here's my challenge to you. Take your standard chest press, begin to add the foot movement, offset the feet, begin to walk it up and down. I call it a climbing TRX chest press. And see what difference that makes in your workout. Awesome for core, total body, arms, chest, and yeah, your back too. I'll see you next time.